So
Here we
he's
go.
actively chasing
Here we go.
Hassan-affiliated haters.
Here we go. Here we go.
Woo!
Here we go. I'm just gonna say this now.
Woo!
We watched the documentary. Me, I like to take my notes, so I kept refreshing the comments. Kept refreshing the comments. I said, true. 3 minutes ago, he just pinned this guy. And that's what y'all looking at right now. I'm talking about this is right after the documentary went off. What was it, an hour and 36 minutes? Something like that? Yeah, it was too long. But anyway, I said, Trill, he just pinned this 3 minutes ago. And that was the end. That's when we really knew he was well, I already knew he was back then, but then, what is the markers for?
Bad Emma Panda. Expo's #1 customer to me. Because he looks like he chews crayons and or markers. Anyway, sidebar off of that. This guy here.
He's talking about somebody need to be a standalone video. You need to be a standalone video, bad empanada.
There is so many things wrong with this guy that it is unimaginable. Serial doxer, being one of the main bulls, honestly, being the main bull promoting, propagating the whole false CPS situation that happened with Ethan and Ela Kwan with their children. His extremely, even worse than Hassan's, radical extremist beliefs, political ideologies. It's very terrible. He, like I was saying earlier, has doxed many people, have done terrible things, have promoted terrible things, and is an overall horrible person. At least from what I've seen of this bull online. Right? Because I don't know any of these ads personally. Duh. Anyone, in Trilly's opinion, like I said earlier, I'll give you my real opinion. Anyone that in any regard supports this fool, I will never believe or trust them. Simple. If you feel as though I'm biased, a glazer, fine. That's your prerogative, that's your opinion. But like I say all the time, everyone's fair to have them. And mine is that this guy's a loser, and literally any association with him is quite literally just a death sentence to not only your reputation, but honestly, it could be your just overall life in general, knowing what type of energy he be on.
And I like empanadas.
So yeah, Alex, it's a no from me. I don't believe anything. Not when you associate with bulls like him. I don't think so.
Actively chasing Hassan affiliate haters. Look at Andrew put.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I won't be believing a word. Yo, y'all already know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. You've seen title and thumbnail first, of course. A little backstory, at least as we say on TTE, but on Mom and Trill as well. If you haven't seen, on our last live, we watched a documentary on, of course, the infamous...
I don't know, I hear snake in the grass, my bad.
The infamous Johnny Somali Rambob No Pants, made by a certain...
Snake in the grass?
Alex Novell.
Anyway,
right?
I've been
you may
saying
have
that since
seen
day
him before
one.
on the page, as you know, of course, because he was the guy that obviously filmed and was the guy that posted the Johnny Somali documentary. But when we checked it out on a live, or better yet, even to go before to that, within his documentary, of course, there were lots of characters being covered. Rambob No Pants, Hang with Thugstar. Y'all will see the videos on Johnny and all that type of beat. We posted Hanks. It's, But anyway, within that, one major part of the video was Alex Novell was levying very serious and hefty allegations against law YouTuber Illegal Mindset, Uncle Mindset as we always see and call him. As y'all know, within all that, a couple of things I had stated previously on the live, and then here we are now, getting to that. You already know. But first off was innocent until proven guilty. This is something that I feel like the internet is very much shedding off of and going towards more the guilty till proven innocent beats. We cannot do that. That's bad. I've explained so many times. If you disagree with me on that, on TTE, go check me out. I never show myself, but if you really need that argument, the videos are there. You can see why that definitely needs to be a thing. Again, innocent until proven guilty, right? So within that, obviously, we wanted Legal Mindset to respond to these allegations, and of course, a major thing to that is Legal Mindset, a legal YouTuber, lawyer. You know what I'm saying? When you're putting out hefty allegations and potentially defamatory things towards a lawyer, yeah, I'd expect that lawyer to very much clap back. I'm not going to lie. But also within that too, it's just the factor of, we needed to wait for a response. You know what I mean? We can't just immediately start condemning, you know what I'm saying, legal mindset to the nth degree, to the worst degrees, until we see, things that could substantiate this more than what we've seen in the documentary, and just seeing his response in general, what information he would show to us that would disprove these allegations and obviously put them to bed. Within all that, obviously, there are still things you can critique legal mindset for. Obviously, everyone's opinions and conjecture are their own. Something I say, every video. We know that. So, still within that, we want to see legal mindset's response. So I will not be wasting no more time. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you, man. It's already bad enough. Hes getting sued for the malicious copyrights, but we can't be yapping that much. We need to hear the response. So, without further ado, boss, you know what time it is. Let's get right into it. Of course, responding. Legal mindset.
All right, Uncle Mindset.
We have Alex Novell is a liar, like Johnny Somali. And if I know anything about Ram Bob No Pants, man.
We got snakes.
It's that pathological lying.
Demons.
Ooh, it flows through his blood better than the alk. Tough. But anyway, y'all already know. If you guys want to watch the original response by Legal Mindset without the boss and I's conjecture, you know what I'm saying? We do be yapping even if we try not to. Down in the description, first link, and of course, you know what I'm saying, check out Legal Mindset. But we shall be getting into this, boy, so let's not waste no more time.
Hey.
Legal Mindset.
Alex Novell is a liar, like
He's
Johnny
a liar,
Somali.
snake in
Today
the
we're going
grass,
to address
everything.
some insidious, malicious defamation that has been brought against me by one Alex Novell in cooperation with the Somali Discord, and we are going to totally destroy these allegations with facts and objectivity, as we always do on the Legal Mindset.
I like to hear it. Let's see it.
You be your own judge. And this is the type of episode that I would normally not do. This is the type of thing that I would normally not get into. And of course, I do have a PowerPoint here today. But because these accusations, because these things have been mentioned, have been so malicious, these are beyond routine, and because they've spread around enough that enough people have seen them, that there needs to be a direct and clear rejection, a direct
response. And again, like, we're going to hear Legal Mindset. I will try not to yap as much, but I do want to say, if you've checked out TT or anyone who has, checked out, you saw that, boss. I even admit, truly yaps everything. Anyway, if you check out TTE, one of the people I watch over there, his name is Lus. He's also a lawyer, and he was saying that Legal Mindset, obviously, as a lawyer himself, should definitely, make a response and come out about this because, you're defaming someone who is definitely in the legal setting a lot, being a lawyer and attorney, obviously being Legal Mindset. So it's like, obviously, how now Legal Mindset corroborating that same exact thing, like saying, these are so malicious, these are so, like, I'm just saying, like, grandstanding, like, putting out to the max to where, like, these have to be quelled, these have to be disproven, things such like that. Just wanted to get that off.
Direct and clear rebuttal of all these things. It rises above the normal level, which I would ignore, which is typically my policy with most defamation, because as a figure on the internet, you need to accept the fact that people are going to say bad things about you, and people say bad and untrue things about me all the time.
What I always say, number one thing, if you want to become a content creator, streamer, YouTuber, influencer, you gotta know how to take criticism, because I'm going to tell you what, not everybody gonna like you, big bro. Boss, they said you was what?
Dusty.
Oh, they said I should have been what?
Aborted.
Oh, man, that's crazy. But guess what?
He's still here.
Posting.
And routinely, I do ignore those. However, this one is malicious, and because it was concocted in such deep collaboration with Somali's people, this deserves to be called out and deserves to be dismissed as what it is, as malicious defamation. So I want to be very clear about this. Everything that we're going to talk about, every allegation this person makes is 100% false. Not only is it false, but these charges are so disgusting and so horrible that if anybody was guilty of this, if I was guilty of this, I would throw myself to the chipper, right? These are false disgusting claims. And what are they? Well, I'm going to not hide the ball here. These malicious accusations are that I committed crimes against minors and that I committed revenge porn. Both of which,
yeah, because in the documentary, that's what Alex, at least like with the whole, if y'all saw the note page part of it, you know what I'm saying, where like they had the whole like conversation too, or alleged conversation, because again, like, yo, that was one thing I did think was weird, again, not to yap it, but like the person in the convo literally would say like, yeah, no voice, nothing traceable, all that. But to me that makes no sense, because if you're someone who wants legal mindset to be brought to justice, would you not want to like be identified? Not in a way like, and again, I understand how that could go bad to where like people, obviously if you're a super G-boy of legal mindset, potentially you may those heads may try to go harass her, or potentially like things and such like that. But still, in this case, again, she had also claimed within that she had like taken this to the police before, and they had did nothing, which I refuse to believe that. Like, they just did absolutely nothing. You had everything? Like, there's no way. But anyway, sidebar off that, again, I guess, coming from Trilly in the boss's bias. Like, yeah, there was a thing where they were saying, yeah, he was sexing minors, and then he was apparently posting these pictures or whatever to, like,
sure you're gonna talk about that.
deep web websites or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah. He's saying false, and I'm believing him, honestly, because, again...
are serious crimes, felonies, for which I would be behind bars, I'd be locked up, I'd have an arrest record, I'd be going to court, I'd be extradited, because extradition, that is removal from a country, is very much on the table in every country I've lived in: South Korea, Philippines, Thailand, and even Japan. All those countries will extradite people if there's even a shred of evidence to this. But of course, this is all false, and this is all malicious, and this is all 1,000% defamation. And when I say it's malicious, because this person not only knows they were lies, but came up with the lies to smear me and to make me look bad. Now, who is this person? Alex Novell. He is a wannabe
snake in the grass. All right, come on, play it. Let's go. Snake in the grass.
Oh man, I couldn't wait for this response, man. I really couldn't.
Director who is a Somali fan. He is a Somali sympathizer. He wants to paint Somali in a sympathetic light. In fact, at the end of his fan film, people were clapping for Somali because he was.
It was clapping because the video was over. That's what I was clapping. It's about time. Oh God.
My eyebrows shot up like lightning. I was like, yo, what? Clapping for who? Hilarious.
Trying to make him seem like some sort of sympathetic figure. However, Alex Novell is the type of guy who lies. He lies.
I'm familiar with the type.
Consistently, just like Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali will say whatever he says to get out of a situation or to create some story or create some lie. Alex Novell is exactly the same way.
I say this like every day on TTE.
They're peas in a pod. And perhaps it's fitting.
What's up?
Remember we watching this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, stop.
But it's so true, though. I'm sorry, glazing.
Okay.
Truly's not keeping it objective. Even though I'm telling you, that's so true. Like, they literally just do it for the validation.
That they spent a lot of time together, I believe, weeks together in Korea, together under the same roof, right? Filming, shooting the shit. And because of that, I think there's a lot of behaviors that cross over there. But he lies to his audience. He lies in his past works. He lied to Somali with Hank, Ice Poseidon, everybody. He lied about the contract. He made everybody.
Johnny, you was getting 30?
He signed this contract, which said, which essentially promised nothing. It was a quote unquote Borat contract. He promised people payment, which will never come. So those sort of things he just does out of matter of course. And his position on this, and this is something he said very recently this week, and we made this screenshot, of course, is that me acting that way towards a subject is disarming and not a representation of my actual opinions of the person. So he justifies his lying to people, saying,
By the way, I also called Mr. Baste a good guy. Yeah, Mom, you know who Mr. Baste is?
I already know with Josh.
I was about to say, better yet, you know who Josh Block is? Interesting.
Don't put no fries in the bag.
I'm just going to say this because I'm going to be frank with y'all. Not that I watched the whole video. I didn't. The boss did. I'm going to give it a
stop talking.
Yeah, I just did.
Because you be saying stuff that I know is coming up.
I know which part is definitely going to be covered.
Okay,
because
well, wait
I
till we
told
get
the
there.
boss when we first watched
Wait
this
till we
boy
get there.
to screenshot it, and I can't
he
wait.
did.
But I just want you to know, seeing this, I
He
also called
pointed it out
Mr. Based
first.
a good guy. Alex, you got a lot of interesting friends, brother. Let me tell you, you have a ton of interesting friends.
Birds of these feathers flock
Let me
together.
tell you, like, I just want that to be
fly.
pre-said and known. That's all I had to say.
Mr.
Of my
Bass,
actual
too?
opinions of the
Okay.
person.
Mr. Based, hilarious.
So he justifies his lying to people, saying, I can lie to people because, well, that gets them to say what I want. That gets them in the position that I want. And this is the entire thing that I figured out about him early on, and I learned about him early on, and the exact reason why I turned him down. And ever since I turned him down, way back in March, ever since I shot him down, like rejecting a prom date, he never got over that. And because of that, he has come up with all sorts of fictitious stuff for the past couple months, culminating in what is the worst defamation that I've seen, period, and the craziest lies, which we're going to debunk today. But just to go through the record and give you some background, because some of you may not know, this is when he contacted me back in March. And he was saying he was going to film a documentary on Johnny. And I said, hey, listen, I'm not in Korea right now. I was in Thailand. He wanted me to do an in-person interview. I couldn't do that. I said, hey, I'm not going to do a in-person interview, but what I'll do is if you submit me written questions, I will answer them, and I'll do it by video or audio, either one. He did not like that. He threatened me. After I gave this response, he proceeded to threaten me when I just said no. And it's very funny how someone can feel entitled to an interview. I owe this individual or any individual on the internet nothing. I don't have to.
I say this all the time too. Oh my god. Listen, you could collab with ads, and you could even make friends through like online means and collaborations and all that, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to break the parasocial barrier here too. A lot of these heads you see online, they are not friends. They are barely even acquaintances, bro. They doing this bull all for the content. It's all for the vids. It's all for the views and clicks and all that type of jazz. So let me break the barrier. I'm not telling y'all to not watch whoever you want. Do not watch whoever you want to watch. Yo, that's all your prerogative and all that type of beats. But again, this is why I say you cannot idolize heads and think they're gods and all this type of beat, because they are flawed individuals as well, as we can see in some of these sense. But anyway, coming off of that, like, yeah, nah, that's something I would cooperate as well.
Give my work and my time away for free, not a second of my time. I am asked for interviews all the time. I have people that want to come on my channel and people that ask me to come on their channels. I rarely do interviews because my time is so limited. And unless someone is willing to compensate me for that time, I'm sorry, I'm just not willing to do that. But there was no offer of compensation. Not that I would have believed him in the first place because he's lied to everybody else. But beyond that, I discovered when I did a bit of research on this dude that he is a bad faith actor, that he is someone who lies to everyone and then tries to get him with gotcha questions, things we've seen in the mainstream media, things we see all the time where people will try to get you to do a gotcha question in a long 1 hour interview and then clip out the one gotcha question to put into
the worst
their final piece. And that's not what I was going to have.
Clip farming
With him, and that's not what I was going to allow. He didn't like that, so he proceeded to threaten me. And ever since then, he's been crazed about going after me. And we've got the receipts for that. So he always says, and this is one of the funniest things, that he's not trying to jump to conclusions or not trying to.
I'm not going to lie. Buddy thought he was Dexter?
I don't know. Remember, I was like, look at this dude with this spider web on the wall. What is this, FBI or something?
Put a tinfoil hat. But we're going to show that everything that this guy brings up is the craziest tinfoil hat of all, even within his own narrative, which is all false.
I mean, he himself said, funny enough, Alex, like in the doc, like, yeah, take this all with a grain of salt. If you should take it with a grain of salt, why would you
his narrative is complete BS. But his own BS narrative doesn't even make sense. So not only is it false, which we're going to show or prove, but it doesn't even make sense within its own internal logic. Its own internal logic doesn't even make sense, not to mean that it's all false. So that's what we're going to show today. So first of all, this shows he was back here asking about me back in April. Here's him talking about documents, saying some of these, I believe, are traffic related. So he's accusing me of trafficking, that is human trafficking, back in April with no proof, before he submitted any Freedom of Information Act request. Nothing. It says, but there's one that's criminal and none for 2023. So he's accusing me of being a criminal in April before he's received any information on me. Now, spoiler alert, he will receive information that proves, and as others have seen and looked at, and I will approve, that there is no criminal background, that I have zero criminal background. In fact, the only things on my record are my victim reports, where I was a victim of a car break-in. That's the only thing there is on all the records that this guy pulled, or all the records out there, which is pretty insane. But you see here that even back then in April, he was looking into me and looking into things. And this contradicts his own narrative. You're going to see why. Here he is in the highest.
Let me see. There's a what?
Yeah, I remember that clown.
Oh my god!
I remember that clown.
Of course. Anyone here have links to old Goey's Gentleman's vids where he teaches men how to pick up women?
Okay, so this is May. That's May 1st. Okay.
Chat. Now, those that are aware of the Somali coverage, the Somali intelligence agency, that is the highest level of the pirate gang of the Somali followers. And these people, this chat has several fake legal mindset accounts. They've been trying to dox me and do nasty fake stuff on me for the last 5-6 months. That has been a really pain in my butt. But we've taken care of that. We've handled all that stuff, or just I ignore it. And you've got Somali in here under 2 accounts: Somali Epstein, Somali Diddy, right? And
I'm familiar.
One of these fake legal mindset accounts is him as well. And he's digging on information on me in May with the pirates. Mind you, these guys at the very same time are working on the doxing of various people. They're attacking Bong Bong, the female Korean streamer, creating deepfakes of them, deepfakes of Jungman, doing all sorts of nasty things, creating all sorts of fake information.
Like I said, Alex, you have some very interesting friends.
On people at this same time, and he is in there collaborating. In fact, we're going to show that he is in fact collaborating to this day with the Somali Discord, threatening to dox people, threatening to expose people.
He's been
in the crew members of pirate crew Johnny D. Cabbage.
in that community, in that group, tight as thieves with these people since months ago, and remains there to this day, which is pretty insane for someone who claims to be objectively covering this. The other thing is he submitted this report here. This is a Freedom of Information Act request related to me. He tried to submit this on
Sunday, April 6th. The incident report. I do not know the police report, case number, Drew, Andrew, and then his last name, non-applicable.
Okay.
In Florida, I'm seeking any and all police reports related to Andrew, blank, electronic,
and
investor name, Alex Novell.
You could get that?
April 6th.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could go through all this type of stuff. It's like you could, like...
No, I'm saying he can get that he got, that he sent that report. Like,
I'm assuming...
he got the report that somebody sent out a report.
No, what I'm assuming is that, like, someone probably ratted on Alex or whatever, because he was a moron, probably posted this in the Discord, and then someone, because you know how 15 Minutes of Shame was saying, too, that he has people's in Johnny's Discords, like that, remember the Wall Street Bets, or, like, the other one that Trell is the owner of? Like, he got, like, people in there. It's probably like that, because you already know, Legal Mindset was saying the same thing. He probably got, like, heads in there that Alex sent this screenshot of this, like, him requesting, like, this information on, saying Legal Mindset, and then somebody on the Johnny Smiley team probably just send it to him, like, and then he's gonna use this in the evidence. Which, Alex, stupid, moron, idiot. What else did we expect?
It's 2025. So this day is very, very, very important because Mr. Novell, Mr. Alex Novell, claims, I just started looking into you just recently. Just out in June 20th. I just started looking at you.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I remember this month too. This was my best month, so this ain't looking like June.
No. He's had this hate boner for me going since April, late March. He's been coming after me, trying to get me ever since I turned him down. The second I turned him down, he flipped on me. But that's not his story. In fact, he tries to pretend that this was something that came up more recently. Let's watch the documentary and the proof from his own documentary where he lies. Once again, he starts out talking about me lying, right? Let's listen to this clip. So before I could even start
to look into who Legal Mindset is, I got this phone call.
So let's pause right there. So he says, before I could start looking into me, I got this phone call. What did?
Wait. Maybe Alex don't know what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
Maybe Alex don't know what he's saying.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like the documentary itself, y'all watched it. Like we watched it initially together. We was on the couch or whatever. Y'all already know how that goes. And I watched like a little bit more of it or whatever on my own time. But like, yo, I haven't like really gone back. Like there's some stuff again. You see TTE. Like I go over slops and stuff all the time to where I'll be able to recite clips and stuff bar for bar.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen it here too with stuff from Johnny. Duh. But like this, I can't recite. But now looking back at this kind of retrospective, really analyzing it, because obviously, you know, the allegations are made towards, you know what I'm saying, Legal Mindset. That already did start off weird. Like before you could start looking into Andrew to go out of your way to find all this stuff that he did.
He didn't start until after he got the phone call.
Mind you, the phone call just magically happened first. Like,
yeah. I wasn't even thinking about Andrew Esquire, Legal Mindset, until I got that phone call.
No, he was. That's what I'm saying. But he couldn't start doing it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I couldn't even really look into the info, though. I got this phone call first.
But back in March, April, then you asked for an interview, and you was mad.
I want to know when he filmed this. When did he film this? Like, obviously, I know, like, the
he ain't filmed that part in no March or April.
That's what I'm saying. The parts where he's in the room, when he filmed that part, because obviously the stuff with Johnny, Hank, and all that, that was filmed like months ago, because, yo, we've seen most of those things happening live, and then some shows were new. But, like, yeah, I want to know when he was doing the part with the spiderweb, as Mom calls it, with the Detective Dexter-looking John. When did he film that? Because I would really love to know it, because then we could start aligning timelines more. See, oh my God, this is why I can't start getting into this stuff. Like, yo.
Here's the phone call. Let's enhance this a little bit here. 6/20/2025.
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. So this happened on the 20th. I'm just dumb. So this happened about a month ago.
Yeah.
But he been looking to him since April, because April 6th was when that thing came.
He ain't look at him. Lee ain't look at him after this phone call.
Bombocard.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, okay, we can start aligning the timelines. Oh, well, there's your timeline. It ain't looking too hot. Like,
so this guy claims, I didn't start looking into you till 6/20/2025. Well, according to your own records, which you show, that is a lie. That is a ball-faced lie right here. April 6th, 2025. And even digging before that, April 1st, etc.
April 6th. This 2 months pre-hand. What are we talking about?
So, once again, his own documents, the stuff he brought up himself, just proves that he is indeed a liar. And he's got this friend or foe mentality. You're either with him or you're against him.
Oh, no, go.
No, he got this friend or foe. Friends.
I'm just saying, what doesn't make any sense and what really doesn't corroborate to me is that if this documentary is supposed to be on Johnny Somali and all that, obviously Legal Mindset has a big part to play in all this type of jazz, in which, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get Johnny to justice, condemning this fool, yada yada, like, you know what I'm saying, everyone been doing, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, like, coming off of that, it's like, yo, isn't this mainly supposed to be pertaining to Johnny? We were even saying, like, yo, Hank's part was even a little bit more substantial than Johnny.
That was like the first half an hour.
But my main point to what I'm trying to say now is, like, where does, like, this is what I'm saying back on that thing we just covered a minute ago. Where does this all make sense? Why? Where does he feel the need to bring any of this up? Now, obviously, if in the per se, which Andrew's obviously debunking here, if this was all true, we'd all want it to be outed and Legal Minds to be brought to justice. But again, even Alex himself says, yo, this, you have to take it with a grain of salt. So he's not even like he's not sure that this is super substantial, none of that. So I understand, what's the point of bringing this up? Exactly. If you cannot really have like really substantial proof or evidence of none of this, Sean, what is the point? Because then you're just making baseless allegations. It's like, even though, again, we haven't even gotten to the part where, oh, I can't wait to crash. Yeah, I haven't got to that part. Because that's what I'm just going to straight up tell. What's up?
No crashing.
Not crashing like that. No, I'll crash on the fool because.
Okay, go ahead.
But like, yeah, I'm just going to let you know. As soon as he get brought up, oh yeah, y'all go really see Chili's opinions.
No, what does he see for that?
him. So he tries to be buddy with you at first, and then as soon as you turn on him, he's your worst enemy. He tries to dox you, threaten you. He's done this with several people, and we have him doing this even recently in the Discord servers with people that he views are giving a contrary opinion. So anybody goes against him, he immediately flips on them. And as soon as you cross them, he makes threats, he comes after you, and that's just what happens. So for the past 6 months, he's been working with Somali to dox.
Laughing at that fool. Making threats? About what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, bro.
People, to expose people, to try to come after me, dig up information. That has been his MO. And you can see here, this is proof of that.
Alex Novell, Mr. Netherlands, watch out, I'll dox you too. And then I'll tweet it along with all his other info. I mean, for one, the website will get DMCA'd. You're a they, them, I thought. You're a they,
Same
them, I
thing.
thought, same thing.
It's the same thing.
Wait, 3 documentaries in a year. Lol, the guy who did the Boogie 2988 doc has been working on the EDP 444 doc. 2 years from now, go call him lazy. Lucid can totally try. Oh wait, my bad, I'm blocking this. Can totally try and get their name and info if they are registering to the website it's posted on. It's easier than you think. So great, Alex. Looks like you have a hobby of doxing people. Very interesting.
Doxing, right? So this happened just this week, literally just this week, where he says, Mr. Netherlands, watch out, I'll dox you too. This is in the Discord. Now, I will say real quick, just for the record, some Discord records show up differently because some are on mobile, some are on web, and the presentation shows up differently. The format shows up differently. This is 2 different images that I added here. But anyways, watch out, I'll dox you too. Then I'll tweet it along with all his other info. Right? So Lurid can totally try. I can just get...
It's him.
Okay.
Not the most you know what I'm saying, like substantial proof there, but
Okay.
I'm gonna believe it's him.
Their name and info, then if they're the registrant to the website it's posted on, it's easier than you think. So saying, hey, look, I'm going to be able to go after you and dox you and expose you if you go against me, if you counter my points, it's really insane. Now, why does he do this? Well, he appears to hold some extreme political beliefs. I think he thinks I'm some sort of political opponent of his, even though I've tried to be, at least for the last year, apolitical and analyze things objectively, but he doesn't see things that way. He's pretty obsessed. He's also clearly trying to get Hassan clout. And we're going to show that in a second, where I've got screenshots of who he tags and what he tags in the videos. But he's trying to get Senpai to notice him, Senpai Hassan to notice him. Very
Man, I can't
Let's just call
wait.
him up. Let's call Senpai Hassan up. Say, Alex is waiting for you. He needs you. He needs you to do a documentary.
Hassan is not giving these fools no attention. I need y'all to understand.
He needs you to do a documentary on you.
Again, we gonna save it for TT, but I need y'all to understand, bro. Hassan does not care about these orbiters, G-boys, these detractors, these losers. He does not care about y'all fools. I'm telling you, bro. He's looking at y'all glazing, and he's feeling like that guy, and he shouldn't feel like that guy. Literally the other day, this guy was trying to call himself Superman.
Okay.
Let's move on.
very, very clearly. And he's mad that I turned him down without fear, that I said no to him. I'm not going to interview with him. And he needed...
Again, like, I don't understand what you're supposed to fear with him. That you're going to, again, what,
He's
make up baseless allegations?
He's gonna dox you? Yeah.
You're going to dox me? Oh, great. Great. Johnny G-Boy's going to show it to my crib. Oh, my God. Oh, they're going to dox us now? Oh, my God. Don't show it to my house. Like, bro, y'all bulls is losers. Y'all terminating on the line. Y'all sitting here in the Discord all day. You're sitting on Twitter all day. What are y'all doing? You're not going outside. Bro, come on, bro. Like,
me for his Somali fan film. But I knew he was a bad faith actor. I told people not to associate with him. Now, everyone is free to associate as they want to associate. But that's...
like I said, like, you're just free to have your own opinion or have whatever Jones you want to have. Just, I would prefer them not to be harmful to people, but...
that he's a bad faith actor. I called it out, and it just is proving itself to this day. I was entirely right about that, about this guy, and sensing him out from the beginning, because as a lawyer, particularly, I know how to sniff out snakes, and this guy was a snake in the grass.
Stop using my words, Andrew. I've been saying it's snake in the grass months ago.
From the beginning. And I do not want to deal or work with anybody who is...
Told you. See? Y'all thought that something was wrong with me. I knew he was snaking the grass when he was filming.
Is not honest and transparent. If I feel like anybody is not moving with honesty and transparency, I will not work with them. I won't interview with them. I won't interact with them, period. And that's my personal code. And no one can force me to break that. No matter how much they come after me, I'm still not going to give them what they want. So he's actively chasing Hassan affiliated haters.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to say this now. We watched the documentary. Me, I like to take my notes, so I kept refreshing the comments. I said, true. 3 minutes ago, he just pinned this guy. And that's what y'all looking at right now. I'm talking about, this is right after the documentary went off. What was it, an hour and 36 minutes? Something like that? Yeah, it was too long. But anyway, I said, true. He just pinned this 3 minutes ago. And that was the end. That's when we really knew he was a... Well, I already knew he was back then, but then... What is the markers for?
Bad Emma Panda. Expo's #1 customer to me. Because he looks like he chews crayons and or markers. Anyway, sidebar off of that. This guy here...
He's talking about somebody need to be a standalone video. You need to be a standalone video, bad empanada.
There is so many things wrong with this guy that it is unimaginable. Serial doxer, being one of the main bulls, honestly, being the main bull promoting, propagating the whole false CPS situation that happened with Ethan and Ela Kwan with their children. His extremely, even worse than Hassan's, radical extremist beliefs, political ideologies. It's very terrible. He, like I was saying earlier, has doxed many people, have done terrible things, have promoted terrible things, and is an overall horrible person, at least from what I've seen of this bull online. Right? Because I don't know any of these ads personally. Duh. Anyone, in Trilly's opinion, like I said earlier, I'll give you my real opinion. Anyone that in any regard supports this fool, I will never believe or trust them. Simple. If you feel as though I'm biased, a glazer, fine. That's your prerogative, that's your opinion. But like I say all the time, everyone's fair to have them. And mine is that this guy's a loser, and literally any association with him is quite literally just a death sentence to not only your reputation, but honestly, it could be your just overall life in general, knowing what type of energy he be on.
And I like empanadas.
So yeah, Alex, it's a no from me. I don't believe anything. Not when you associate with bulls like him. I don't think so.
Actively chasing Hassan affiliate haters. Look at Andrew put.
Nope.
Oh my God.
I won't be believing a word.
To try to get clout, you can see this. He immediately pinned this empanada dude. I don't know who the hell this guy is.
You don't want to know.
I know he's Hassan affiliated. I don't watch him or whatever else. But he's Hassan affiliated
don't do
here.
It.
Don't ever listen to his garbage rhetoric, let alone Hassan's rhetoric. But this fool is just leagues worse.
He's trying to chase that clout, and you can also see that in his tags where he tags Hassanabi in literally the video tag. So he's trying to clout chase.
He really put Charlie in there in his tag.
Why Hassan got association? What? Because Ice beside him was saying he was a bad person and all that.
Yeah, go hang out with Ice.
For what reason? No.
Off that, he's trying to clout check off of that. Now, a funny thing is, he doesn't even get his facts straight. For someone that is this serious documentarian, he is so obsessed with me, and I live so rent-free in this guy's head. He hates me so much that when he thinks Vitaly, he thought Vitaly was in Thailand. Well, bro, I hate to say, but it's the wrong country.
He's in the Philippines.
Bro,
wasn't we saying
Vitaly is in the Philippines.
During the doc, wasn't we saying that he was saying the wrong thing? I don't know. Go ahead. I just knew that. Yeah, I didn't see this part.
All I know is that it is factual that Vitaly Zodretsky is in the Philippines.
Yeah. Okay.
That is an undeniable fact.
Philippines. The Philippines is not Thailand. It's a different country. I know it's all the same to you because you gotta a tough time understanding facts. But Vitaly is not in Thailand.
No.
So let's talk about the call. Now, this is the main quote unquote evidence that he brings out against me. Now, he alleges this to come out of nowhere, right? And it's because my phone number is out on the internet. It is so wild. And there's so much tinfoil to believe that somebody that I would have known a decade ago is following a nobody, nothing YouTube channel that's got no views and somehow decides to call you all out of nowhere. Yeah, no. The Occam's razor, and we're getting into Novell's razor here, but the easiest thing is this was the Somali Discord, right? Now, whether or not he knowingly did this with the Somali Discord or unknowingly was a victim of the Somali Discord, who would know? But
unknowingly? I have a hard time believing that. Boss, you've seen some of the clips when Johnny and Alex were filming the documentary live when we were covering the dramas and stuff happening then. I didn't see Alex, especially if you're trying to, make this documentary on Johnny to, I don't even know. I'm looking at it right now. The title of it is Johnny Smiley and the Downfall of IRL Streaming, but again, looking at the documentary, I'm not sure what light, and again, we're coming from a biased perspective with Rambob and all that, but I'm not sure what light the overall documentary is trying to point in for Johnny Somali. All I do know is that I know where I was supposed to point for legal mindset.
6 minutes. I got stuff studying time too.
But anyway, holistically coming off of that, bruh.
All right, come on, go.
Now I'm just laughing because I'm just like Alex.
Come on.
Why?
That's 1 more minute of Alex.
Somali Discord is certainly the group that organized this. And he generated this call, as we saw by the date, only after he knew my record was completely clean.
Johnny D. Cab.
So what he had to do was work backwards and try to create a story because he knew I have zero criminal record. My record's completely clean. The only thing is I was a victim. So literally trying to change a victim into a criminal. Insane stuff. And it's a fun fact of this. Now, while this is not confirmed, it is speculated by one Johnny Somali. You can check out his X account. But he did identify a member of the a female member of the Somali Discord with a history of fake calls. She's mentally ill. She's been seen in videos snorting meth.
Who is this? See, I ain't see this part of the video. This is all new to me.
Whoa.
And she's a little bit of a fascist.
Yo,
who is she? He gonna show.
Me so left. I'm like,
is he gonna show her? Come on.
She's a little bit of a fascist.
Wait. Come on.
Whoa. Are you seeing this?
I'm trying, but keep going because we don't want to keep this on the screen.
I don't want to point it.
Who has done this in the past, created several fake calls to frame people, libel people, etc.
Wow.
Now, that's not to say it's her. It may not be her, but all it is to say is there's no verification on who this person is. This person could be anybody, but all we know is, and all I know is, it's completely fake because the facts of this call do not line up with reality at all. Let's talk about...
Oh, yeah, y'all bulls are... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to let you know, like, if you don't... We've said for the longest time, Rambob No Pants, Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail. Patterns of behavior changing? Never. Sharing sympathy with him? Hilarious. These are his associates. These are the people in his Discord.
Is he not showing this with his phone?
Oh, no, go, keep going.
No, is he not showing this with his phone? You got me blocking. He's showing this. But he say he didn't do it. Keep going.
One thing I just gotta really point out. Alex, you can go film a documentary. You can go film a documentary on Johnny Somali. If you keep it peace, you keep it real, you keep it objective, you ain't do that. So it clearly shows you taking a side. Alex, are you positive that these are the bulls that you want to associate with?
Yep.
Because
you already know that.
Yeah. Because I think but I also think you should reevaluate. Like
that. And by the way, this is the same group. Remember, Somali's Discord is very adept at creating fake stuff. They've created deep fakes all the time. They've created fake calls all the time, fake everything, fake X accounts, fake Discord. They do this all the time. It's
I'm
just what
just like, you know what I'm saying. How bored do you have to be in life? Like, do you have like? I'm saying, like, boss, you believe this, John? Like, heads are sitting in discourse all day making deep fakes.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't like their rhetoric, their political opinions, whatever. Bruh, just say I don't agree and move on with your life.
Don't
Why
even say anything. Just move on.
You're a loser. Like, exactly. Better get to that. I know, hypocritical truly, because we're content creators. We give our opinions for a living.
And then here go Johnny. Look at this. Look at this. Stupid. Okay. Come on.
Y'all done.
I can't.
Y'all done.
they do. So, okay, let's get into the facts of the call. So this person decided, this is the transcript here that he tries to drop. So this person who's clearly reading off a script, right? Clearly, because they actually make an error with the age and the way they read things out is very perfected and very dry. Mm-hmm. But these facts are all completely wrong. First of all, I like the cocky lawyer part because that's completely not true. Alex Novell doesn't know this, but at that time, I was extremely nerdy, introverted, and engaged. Yes, the entire time for which he alleges and all this stuff you're going to see in 2017, I was engaged. I was engaged to be married. I was completely monogamous. I would believe 100% that was going to work. Ultimately and sadly, that did not work. But there's ample proof of which I can't show publicly because it would expose my ex-significant other. Mm-hmm. But there's ample stuff related to my wedding, engagement, etc. You know, the paperwork, the contract for the wedding venue, all that sort of stuff. But beyond that, I was nerd. I had an anime podcast, which is still out there with like 0 views. I was doing Game of Thrones cosplay, going to gaming conventions. I was a nerd. I was not a cocky lawyer at all. Not even close. What they're doing is they're looking at my current personality and inferring that, I'm quote unquote cocky now, which I wouldn't say I necessarily am, but inferring that back without knowing who.
Like literally says every video, where you could be your own judge.
I was at the time at all. But beyond that, this wouldn't make much sense because they're claiming, oh, you met on Tinder. Well, Tinder was 18 plus at age verification as of the year before. So that would be something logistically that wouldn't simply happen. But let's go beyond that. They say they reported in Gainesville to the cops.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Revenge porn. So once again, the accusation accusing me of revenge porn, saying they reported it to the cops with links, screenshots, folders, all this stuff. Let me give you a little lesson on sunshine law. Alex Novell filed a Freedom of Information Act request. It's right here.
Okay.
Florida, we have something called sunshine law. And I'm a little bit of an expert in that because I represented cities and counties and special districts. In fact, it's on the public record all across of Florida where I represented tons of special districts. I talk about Celebration. I talk about Reedy Creek. I talk about Bonnet Creek, all the other ones that I publicly represented for years and years and years and years and years. And I am a bit of an expert on that. And a bit of an expert on what you have to turn over. And the whole reason why we have the Florida Man meme, for those that don't know, is because Florida has to turn over everything. Mug shots, arrest records, stories, everything. So all these Florida Man stories come out because our son...
Florida Man throws toilet off of 2-story balcony. Like, it's always something so random, bro. So, yeah, I feel with legal minds are saying that part.
Sunshine laws let everything out. So if there was any arrest record, any mug shot, any photo, anything in Florida, it would come out. All of that would come out. So either this didn't happen or it didn't happen. There's no other way around that. There's no, no.
No, there is. They made it the F up.
Huh? What'd you say?
Andrew said it either didn't happen or it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. And he said there's no way out of this. There's no other way that this could be a possibility. And I'm saying, yeah, there could be. They made it the F up.
Oh, yeah. Which they did.
Is what it's looking like, but...
That thing is a lie because any interaction with police would generate a police report. In fact, the police report, which Alex Novell later relies upon for my victim statement, because once again, I was robbed, right? Mm-hmm. My victim statement report was actually taken by a bike cop. Now it's taken in first person because it's my report, but it's my report to the cop, and the cop took that information down and processed it, right? So this is just the way Florida rolls. Every interaction with police is going to go into the record. It's Florida. Otherwise, it didn't happen. That's why all of our court cases are televised, because we believe in transparency and openness in Florida. I like it. It's great. And that transparency and openness shows that I got nothing on my record. Beyond that, and probably the craziest thing that needs to be talked about here is this crazy what if with this cell phone. So let's get into this crazy.
Yeah, and that was something I would like when we first watched it. I was not even taking serious, because this is literally just built off of a hypothetical and or just like a made up scenario. It's like what if? Why was the phone not there? But then better yet, the one part that Alex had said, he was like, could it be? Was it so weird that the phone that could have potentially had the pictures on it wasn't there and wasn't reported? I'm like,
yeah, the backpack and the phone.
If it's not on the report, why are we making up It's dumb. Like, I'm like, yo.
Crazy scenario, because this is absolutely the most nuts thing, and it needs to be completely debunked because it's ridiculous. He jumps in and says, but what if the cell phone had photos? His allegation.
That's what I'm saying, stupid. But what if? Can you confirm? Bruh, it's so stupid, bro.
Because I took this cell phone and somehow filed a police report to have it stolen or otherwise hide it, only for it to be found 4 days later. It makes no sense whatsoever. There is the same what if evidence. There's the same what if evidence to say, what if Alex Novell did 9/11? What if Legal Eagle is the Zodiac killer? Right? What these things have the same level of proof. That is an insane what if, because not only is there no fact.
It's like, okay. And if I be like, what if the boss is a billionaire?
Whew.
You know what I'm going to say? She needs to show me it. Like,
I'm gonna say an old phrase. Yeah, it's gonna make me sound old. What if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. It's an old phrase. You won't know.
It sure is, because that John went.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
What if?
I mean,
it's a fifth. Fifth alcohol. We'll all be drunk, because that means what if it's a lie? It's a lie. If it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk, because y'all just be lying. But anyway, that's just an old phrase anyway. Go ahead. What if it's a fifth, we'll all be drunk?
Yeah,
Alex is toe up.
No, anything Johnny is.
Behind it, but it makes no sense even internally. If someone wanted to destroy a cell phone or hide a cell phone, just wipe the cell phone, or you toss it in the Everglades.
Yeah, something. Break it up.
Hey, man, I know the perfect way to get rid of a phone. You know, I'm about to just go to my local beach, just.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
never seeing that boy ever again. I need you to understand.
Oh no, I'm gonna just drop it in somebody's backyard and they shed.
Maybe you gonna find it, bro. Use a metal thing, bro. You not, bruh. If you want to get rid of a phone, bro, shoot. Not that you should do this, John. Duh. You already know. But why do you think some of these Dahmer type bulls be throwing some of these bodies in the oceans?
Anyway, come on, cuz.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's bad. Do not be on that Dahmer timing. I shouldn't have to tell anyone this. Dumb. Anyway, yeah, going off of this what if stuff, it's stupid. Like, because, yeah, what if? Yeah, sure, what if? But can you prove it?
To Alligator Alcatraz, you toss it out there, and no one would ever find it. It doesn't even make sense.
Oh, yeah, you really not finding it, because Alligator got that boy right in his belly.
The story for someone trying to quote unquote hide a cell phone. But the reality is that the backpack that was taken from my car and the cell phone were actually my work cell phone, which was extremely limited and locked down. I couldn't do anything with that phone. It was a brick. It was only for my long distance meetings when I would have to drive to cities far across the.
All the jits in school, if you're a jit watching, if you have a Chromebook or a tablet or something, it's literally like that. Yeah, you can't do anything but watch YouTube because every restriction is on it. Yeah.
The way in Florida, and I didn't want to use my data or anything else, so I would use this work phone. I had this work phone, and those were about maybe once or twice a month. So I really only had this limited use work phone that was pretty completely useless. Even my boss would message me on my personal phone, would text me on my personal phone, because they knew I never checked that phone. And my backpack was full of meeting minutes. Meeting minutes are meetings, government meeting agenda, all the documents, which I would have in digital form as well, so I could read them on my phone. But I would have a physical copy because a lot of people wanted to see I was reading and making notes. And they didn't want me to look at my phone because they thought I might be playing a game or texting or not paying attention. So I would, out of politeness, always have a paper copy and be fully focused on the meeting at the time, taking notes with the paper copies. Of course, they weren't necessary as we had backups. So what happened was, in reality, my car was broken into. I noticed my SunPass was gone, so I reported that and some other minor stuff that was taken. And I didn't even notice the backpack was gone because, frankly, I didn't care. These meetings didn't happen very often, and I really didn't care about that work phone or the useless paperwork. It was
So that's what you know the the minutes phones. Like the Jones you could buy from like your local Walmart or whatever. What are they actually called? Why do I not? The burner phones. That's what's called. That's what I call them, at least. You know what I'm saying? A lot of burner phones. Always been on Free Cash Demon. If y'all ever need, like, if you ever down the worst, Free Cash is always gonna be the savior. I'm not gonna lie. Not sponsored, but shoot, they need to sponsor me. I ain't gonna lie.
They sponsor me too.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I saw it. Yo, shout out to Cheeto. I'm not gonna lie on YouTube. Yo, he got the Free Cash sponsor. I'm like, yo, they should have been sponsoring me, boy. I would have gave them some good marketing. I'm like, yo. Anyway, y'all know Trillian the boss. He's never doing sponsors. I don't do none of that jazz. Anyway, off of that, so yeah, basically he lost backup copies of, you know what I'm saying, some legal papers, obviously, within the means of importance is obviously up to Andrew, which he did already address that. Like, yeah, they were nothings. So, obviously, the backpack itself, and then the brick burner phone. That was a work phone. So, yeah, having CP on the work phone.
But then you still gonna have those ones say, well, why didn't he report that? Even though it's nothing, but it still was stolen. He didn't care.
Because he didn't care.
Who cares?
Okay, then that's, if you want to have that criticism for Andrew, why didn't he report to John? Sure.
Yeah, that's what some
But
people
the main thing that we're sitting here saying is that, yo, Alex is saying, what if these potential CP images and stuff like that was on this burner phone or was on that phone? We are now saying that, okay, fine. Why didn't he report the phone? But Andrew is literally giving you what was on that phone, which was, it was a work phone, which means it was already limited and restricted. And he didn't care about the phone. So you think he was keeping the on this, John? Nah, I think he'd probably keep it on the one where he could, worst case scenario, obviously, which he's disproving, keep on hand and, trust me, I've already dealt with enough EDPs. I already dealt with enough of y'all bulls, let alone Diddy's. Anyway, speaking of that, yo, another video coming soon. I didn't even tell the boss, but yeah, it's going to be a good one on Diddy.
Boy.
Anyway, sidebarring off of that, yeah, like, the whole hypothetical here is this: what if the pictures were on that phone? From what we're hearing from Andrew, he's saying most definitely not, because it was a work phone. End of discussion here. I don't care about him not reporting it anymore, because the main thing is already cooked out. I don't know. Again, you could call me biased. That's just what it is. That's just my opinion.
Only when it was found 4 days later that I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay, that got taken. That's fine. 4 days later. I didn't need it at all during that period of time. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't anything that was important. So that what if is absolutely the biggest ridiculousness of all. And it's part of Novell's razor, what we call Novell's razor, where he takes this thing where I am the victim, I'm the person that was victimized, and changes into me being some 5-star criminal, which is absolutely insane. And it's insane because, well, there's no proof. Not only was he not able to prove anything, but at the end of the day, I've cleared global entry background check. I've cleared multiple visa background checks, and I'm still licensed in active good standing with the Florida.
Let me see. Hold on, I do want to read this. Meme Copium. So you got this call 9 days before the first screening of the film and claimed it was before you could investigate him. You claimed he raped a 10-year-old in March and have been a part of Johnny Smalley's Discord, where they were exposed, faking evidence for smear campaigns and the deep fakes and a whole bunch of other stuff, mind you. Sorry, but it looks like you workshopped this fake story to get after the FOIA came. Wait, what is this? Yo, I'm pretty sure Legal Mindset just gave the acronym for it. I mean, this is the acronym, the actual John for this. But the FOIA came back with nothing to get Hassan to notice it.
All this for Hassan?
Oh, that was the information request. Yeah, my bad.
All this for Hassan? Okay. Here we go. All this. He want Hassan to notice him. Okay. Hassan, you notice him yet?
This would be the last time I'll be saying it on this page, because we want to keep it to TT. But you G-boys, You have to stop doing this for free 99 and destroying your lives. I'm so tired of it. You're going... How many times do I have to say? It doesn't matter if you are literally a nobody or if you're literally Luddy sucking up to Hassan. You gain nothing from that fool. You gain nothing. Literally nothing. If you collaborate with him, that means... Again, like I say all the time, because that's the only reason people would interact, especially on a content tip, is because they want to combine audiences to grow. Duh. But like, yo, you collaborate with him, that means his audience is downgrading your audience. You do quite literally the smallest thing ever that they do not like, you're done. It's over. You're getting brigaded, you're getting harassed, they're gonna slander you, defame you, all that. Stop sucking up to this fool. It is so annoying, bruh. And if Hes want to clip something, clip this. It is annoying, bro. Stop sucking up to Hassan. You have to stop. You gain literally nothing. Moving on.
The bar. None of these things would be true if I had a speckle of a criminal record or everything where even this was a shade of true, right? It's completely and utterly untrue. So what the real story is here is what Meme Copium says in this response to Alex. He says, so you got to call 9 days before the first screening of the film and claim it was before you could investigate him. You claim he raped a 10-year-old in March. Oh yeah, he did that. He publicly did that. I have that saved. I have that documented. He said I was a human trafficker, and he said I committed SA on a 10-year-old.
That that defamation lawsuit. Oh, if Legal Mindset filed that, boy. Alex, you getting farmed, big boy. You getting farm hefty, big boy. I'm just gonna let you know. That's tough.
In March, with no evidence, nothing else, just pure defamation, pure hanging out with Somali and committing defamation, as Somali's Discord does, which he is still in. And have been a part of the Johnny Somali Discord where they're exposing fake evidence.
He gained nothing. What are they doing? It's so stupid. Yo.
He gained 17,000 views.
Yo, at least Hassan kind of got clout and like sort of relevance or whatever, if you want to consider it that. I just consider it a huge echo chamber because that's what it is. But yo, you're in Johnny Somali's Disky trying to do all this. Oh my God! They're throwing their lives in the trash. I don't understand. Oh my God, it's the stupidest thing ever. Yo. Boss, let me ask you a question. How you be feeling about clout?
About who?
About clout. You know, the fame.
I don't think about
the attention, all that. How you feeling about Johnny Somali's clout? Exactly. Moving on.
For smear campaigns. Sorry, but it looks like you workshopped this fake story to get after the FOA came back with nothing to get Hassan to notice it. That's right. There's nothing for Papa Hassan to notice you and Senpai to give you the attention you want.
Aw, notice me, Senpai.
For your little fan film. So the real timeline is I discovered he's a bad actor. I turn him down. He threatens me, rages online, rages in the Somali Discord. He's accusing me of trafficking an essay live with Somali in March. In April, he asked Somali's inner circle for help creating dirt on me. He files the Freedom of Information Act request in April for everywhere I've lived, which, by the way, others that have been trying to work check on this have also filed and said, nope, Andrew's 100% clean. We can confirm. Only a victim. Late June, he realizes he has nothing, creates a fake narrative before the screening, and June 20th, he creates the defamatory recording, the fake recording. And then June 29th, he screens the fan film. So this is the real timeline that's out there. Now, there is some other defamation he spreads. This is kind of related to it. I want to cover it quickly. He does mention other places that I can't go to the U.S. And this is something my other detractors have said. So I want to dismiss this in kind of one video and point back to it here for all the people that are haters. I go to the U.S. often. Here's me at the wedding of Legal Bites with a ton of other big creators that can all confirm I was there. Ian Runkle's already posted under it. Uncivil's posted. Hey, you know, we all saw Andrew. He's real. We know he comes to the U.S. He's not banned.
He's real. He's not AI.
And from the U.S. And this is ridiculous narrative that people try to say, oh, I'm some criminal.
Yeah, nah, you could literally see in his John. For Hes that don't know, call me the Orbiter. Better yet, shoot, don't call me the Orbiter. Florida Orbiter.
Hi, Andrew.
Like, nah, but yo, now we've heard it many times before, and even if you've seen when Atozi and then you know what I'm saying, Legal Mindset went to the Johnny Somali trial, I believe the second one. It was the second one. Yeah, he's a giant, right? He's like 6'6". Yo, I ain't gonna lie. The Lakers need a new small forward. This young crazy, bro.
On the run. I come back to the U.S. every single year. I have global entry. I'm in good standing with the bar. Absolutely ridiculous. And here's my 2024 flight. Here's my stream. So I returned to the Philippines. At that point, I was trying out the Philippines. I was living there in June of 2024. That's my flight. And here I stream from the Alfond Inn in Orlando. So all the A-logs out there can go look up the Alfond Inn and look what it looks like. But I'm streaming from there. I actually mentioned in this one about the Rakeda law case turning. I talk about being in Orlando, and right around this time I'm also on several podcasts which can be confirmed that are in the US. So all of these facts together show, hey, look, I've been in the US recently. I've been in the US in 2021, 22, 23, 24. All of these months I've got nothing to hide. And beyond that, guys, as we're going to end here, the coverage is not going to stop. What Johnny Somali and Alex Novell want me to do is stop covering Johnny Somali. But despite their best effort and their malicious lies, I will continue to cover.
Especially when we get update pictures like Vitaly when you use like the ego in your buff. Now you come out, ooh. So
you know
we're
what?
going to see Johnny's.
We got 7 more seconds. I'll wait till the final opinions and conjecture because boy,
right,
oh boy.
Ramsey Khalid Ismail, Johnny Somali until his conviction. And I'll always give you the full and honest truth. Until next time.
Well, of course, shout out Legal Mindset. We have Alex Novell is a liar, like Johnny Somali. If you guys would like to watch the original video without the boss intros, yap, y'all know how that gets down. Down in the description, first link, and of course, show the love of Legal Mindset. Boss, you can go first. Nah, you can go first. I don't know.
I don't know what I'm gonna say, cause thank you for this video. That's all I gotta say. Can you stop? Thank you for the video. That's what I really want to say to Andrew. Thank you for the video. And I've been saying Alex Novell was a snake in the grass since they first started. Johnny going on doing these lives and everything. Remember, I kept saying, I was like, I don't trust that dude. It might have seemed like I was on Johnny's side. No, it wasn't. I was on Johnny's side. It was just something about Alex. I wasn't trusting him. He wasn't looking. Well, can't go by people. Can't judge people by their cover. But it was just, I wasn't feeling it. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you for the video. Go ahead, go. Don't start talking about no Hassan glazes and stuff either, because I can't. Empanadas and bad bananas or whatever it is.
1 hour, 3 minutes. We've yapped enough. Short and sweet. Alex, you're a moron. You're an idiot. I'm going to keep it a buck with you,
He
man.
going to dox you, better be careful.
Yeah, he going to do that, and who going to show up to the crib, bruh? Y'all fools is too busy. Keyboard warriors, we got to be in the Discord. We're raging. Oh! Y'all bulls is done. Alex, you're an idiot. Johnny, if you're supposed to be the kingpin, the mastermind, really thinking you're Ice the Godfather, trying to do all this in order to save your name, you're done. I'd say we're going to make it to 200 videos, but we're not, because you're going to be in a jail cell soon enough. So, that's it. Bad Emma Panda. I'll be seeing you on TTE. Anyway, who else? Hassan has nothing to do with this, but I'll tell you again.
Scorpion?
No. Y'all need to stop glazing that fool. Stop sucking him off. Yeah, please. It's annoying. Who is the other boy?
I don't know. Scorpion?
Who is that?
I don't know. The one that's with Hassan.
Scorpion.
I don't know no names. The one who's with Hassan, the other guy, his friend. His number one glazer. What's his number one glazer name?
They got like 5 number one glazers.
Then I don't know
actually got like 11 of them.
I forgot what name
he got actually got like 12 of them.
Okay.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah.
You don't need to be with none of these people.
Yeah, don't associate with any of these heads. You can feel free to have your opinions and all that all that type of jazz, but I'm going to tell you right now, Trilly's opinion, if you're willing to hear me out, is that their rhetoric, their political rhetoric, and all of that, I will always be condemning it. It will always be bad. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Feel free to have yours once more, but I'll always be condemning this, and no one will be changing my mind. Yes. Especially not you G-boys. You already know, though. Push it over to the end screen. Like this video if you enjoyed. Me and the boss would, of course, very much appreciate that. It would be lovely.
Yes, please do, okay? And subscribe, bro. Subscribe.
6K
bro,
up.
Right here.
6K down.
He's blocking it. He's blocking it. There we go. He's blocking it. Yeah.
You already know.
Yes. And then make sure when you subscribe, you click that
post notification bell. So every time the
first
boss, Shirley, Post on this page right here. I'm Team Mama.
Yes.
Show that boy. Be straight up on your feed.
Yes.
Every time, baby. Last but not least, boss, could you please direct them on what they have to do at the beginning, the end, and on every video?
Oh, I got a lot of things I need to say.
Oh,
no, I'm
bet
just
you
kidding.
do.
Just watch it from the beginning to the end. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And leave some comments.
You feel me? I know y'all was hype on that Hank vid, and I seen some of y'all on that Baby Hes. That's
Don't call him Baby Hes, because that is not his name.
Yeah, that's
his
Baby
name is Baby Omelet laid out.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we
good.
good. We can't be on
Go
that video.
check out that video.
Yes, go ahead.
It's a hilarious one.
That was the last one.
Stupid action has
Stupid
stupid
last ones, I don't know.
consequences, and
Yes.
yeah, that applies for all of these bulls too.
Yes.
So yeah, of
And
course.
we'll see you on Saturday.
At the end, like the boss said, yeah,
Yes.
we'll be seeing y'all on a live Saturday, 1 p.m. Brad's, you know what I'm saying, 1 p.m. on Saturday. I try to make it 1.
Yes, 1 p.m.
I try.
Okay.
Seriously though, at the end of every vid, I say, y'all know. I, of course, appreciate
Yes.
y'all for giving us y'all time of day. Of course, hearing
Thank
us
you.
out, you know, giving our opinions and conjecture on
Thank you.
Legal Mindset's response to these allegations
And dealing
levied
with
against
us.
him. And, yeah, we're
Dealing
going to
with
always
us.
keep sharing the love, baby. But other than that, we're going to see you when we, are dealing with another one of these pathological lying bozos.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Peace.